one?
Yeah.
Baby koalas.
Yeah, but you have like a voice going.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Oh, okay.
This episode is sponsored by baby koalas. Have you seen these things? What? Baby koalas.
Yeah, that's the one.
This episode. Okay.
All right, hold on, sorry. Welcome back to another episode of Hold Your Horses, Idioms for Idiots. Kick back and relax as the three idiot horsemen dialogue, debate, digress, and delve deep into the mysteries of our ridiculous language and its many idioms. We'll get to the bottom of these fabulous phrases before the cows come home. So saddle up, sit back, and let's ride.
Welcome back to another episode of Hold Your Horses.
Yeah.
If you've been listening, you've seen some good stuff in this.
If you've been listening, you've seen. That's good.
Well, hey, we're
And
live
if
now.
you've seen, you probably listened to.
Well, it's seen is brand new though. This is only
new.
2
You can hear
3 episodes in.
But have you been listening?
Have you been listening is the key.
So,
Actually, I'm not as prepared as Travis was in the last episode. I don't have 4 pages of notes
that led him to...
Which reminds me...
To my downfall?
Which reminds me, I'm going to go get my notes real quick. I'll be back in a jiffy.
is he serious though?
Wait,
good.
I see.
Oh,
wait.
That was fast.
How fast do you think a jiffy is?
I would say...
How fast was that?
In measurements?
How fast was that?
That was about 0.2 jiffies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was faster than a jiffy.
So that is the idiom we'll be tackling today. Back in a jiffy, which I think I use quite often. I hear it a lot.
This is one of those.
Yeah, I got to take a leak. I'll be back in a jiffy. You say that at the mini golf a lot.
I hear you. Yeah. Or like, hey, can you cover the shack?
I'll be back in a jiffy, and you go.
And then I just
hiking.
Go do something for hours.
But
jiffy is relatively snappy. I'll be back in a second.
Something poppy.
Peppy.
Peppy.
You will record that thing you do in Spanish.
Oh, well done. So, let's get down to it.
Brass taxes.
What is a jiffy? So,
he knows.
I've got
Was that a question?
three things that instantly came to mind. You got the Jiffy Lube.
Jiffy Lube.
You got Jiffy Peanut Butter.
Yeah, I wrote that one down.
Did you? And then you've got the Jiffy Pop.
Nope.
Don't know that.
That must have been your era. Oh, okay.
Popcorn in the thing that expands over a campfire.
Yeah. The foil or whatever.
Jiffy Pop.
Yeah.
All of those are fast.
Mm-hmm.
They're all fast.
Well, not Jiffy Peanut Butter.
Well, this is my thought on the peanut butter.
Let's hear it because that's where I want to start.
Faster than,
well, I don't know if Jiffy was the first to come up with smooth, but when it's chunky, you're kind of
working hard.
You've got a lot of little bumps that you're going over as you're spreading out. But when it's smooth, it's one fell swoop.
One take.
But the amount of time it takes
to
for the reward after.
You're a chunky guy.
Chunky.
Okay.
You like that crunch.
Yeah. Well. So I was wondering if it had something to do with that, like a commercial jingle.
That's good, yeah.
Like, hey,
have some Jiffy peanut butter. Yep. That's the Jiffy.
Something like that.
That's the Jiffy jingle,
Is
I
that
think.
The
Jiffy jingle.
Yeah. This episode is not sponsored by Jiffy peanut butter or Jiffy Lube.
And then, it has to come. In my mind, it was from some name. I was thinking some
Steve Jiffy,
famous track star in the 20s, like the Jiffy ran, close to breaking the 4-minute mile.
You did do some thinking.
Well,
you don't sell yourself short.
I didn't write pages. It's up here, Travis. It's up here.
That's fine.
You have
your mind's eye.
Yeah.
Or I was thinking maybe of an old car model that was popular, like the
1927 Chevy Jiffy.
The Chevy Jiffy. Come back in a jiffy. Like some I could see some 50s,
some Mad Men marketing.
Yep. Make sure you come back in a jiffy.
Better to come back in a jiffy than a Ford. Am I right?
Always.
Or a hearse.
Okay.
There we go. Wow.
Boy.
Taking it to another level.
Is hearse a car brand?
It's
or
a
is
style
the hearse
of car,
the style? So it's like, man, they got the corner on that market.
So does Ford make a hearse?
I think, I guess. Travis seems to be a hearse expert.
As we saw in the last egg idiom.
You do know a lot about specific
He's going to hold his tongue.
Subjects.
He's going to hold his tongue.
I will wait and listen.
He's gonna comment on that in a jiffy.
In a jiffy.
More than a jiffy.
So when you go get your oil change at a Jiffy Lube, you're expecting
fast.
quick. So we obviously know what it means. It's fast. But where and why?
If you want to get a fast oil change, come down to the Jiffy Lube.
Lot?
What's a Jiffy lot?
Yeah, what's a Jiffy lot?
That's where
that was the car.
In the old days, you'd go through the Jiffy and you'd wait, and then they'd park in the lot, and then you'd go and walk in.
Gotcha.
You was before your time.
It must have been.
19.
So yeah, I mean, that's all I could think of was someone's last name that was, a star athlete, sprinter,
I like
runner.
that. That's a good guess.
A car design. Just something that meant quick.
Jeez.
But what do you guys
know. All I know is
think?
that you basically gave like 8, which leaves very little room.
But I will say, so it's to complete a task quickly. I think of Jiffy peanut butter. Jiffy obviously equaling fast, quick, but peanut butter. It's thick. It's not something that I would think of as like fast. Quick or fast. And then also feeding a dog peanut butter. Like that does not go down quickly. They have a hard time. That's part of the humor.
I've almost choked on peanut butter before.
See?
Right.
Big old spoon.
Not like an egg where it just shoots down the esophagus.
You can't suck down peanut butter.
It's dry.
Sir,
No, I'm not teaching grandma to suck peanut butter down.
You need a lot of milk
to wash
with peanut
that
butter.
down.
Ooh.
Real quick, it's actually Jif peanut butter, just JIF.
No, it's not.
Well,
there's no Y?
There's just
no
one F.
No, it's just Jif peanut butter.
It's Jif. But they might have had, I don't know.
Like GIF? Is that what you're saying?
Like GIF, but with a J.
Pronounced Jif.
But the original creamy and crunchy style Jif peanut butter both made their nationwide debut. Guess.
1948.
Close.
52.
38.
47.
58.
50s, okay.
But then, obviously in 74,
Jiffy
extra Jif.
Extra Jif.
Extra Jif.
Came
when
out.
did Jiffy Lube?
Jiffy Lube
Where's
is a
Jiffy
thing.
Lube? Give us
Jiffy
that one.
Lube was 79, so they're a little behind.
They're after the peanut butter?
After peanut butter, so peanut butter could be the first.
Jiffy Lube. What was the other Jiffy?
And then Jiffy Pop was...
That is Jiffy.
Jiffy Pop is Jiffy.
Okay.
Peanut butter was just Jif.
Okay,
so I don't even know if that's...
Maybe this will help.
And in my head, I see the logo
the
and it
colors,
says Jiffy.
Like red and green.
Yeah, red,
like the Berenstain
green, and
Bears.
blue.
Kind of like Christmas.
Yeah.
The Stain Bears. Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Hey.
Look it up.
So
no, I know, but it's not.
Jiffy Pop was an inventor from Indiana, was a chemist and industrialist. He's credited with developing the product.
No, you're not doing the answer right.
No, I'm just going Jiffy Pop.
I'm saying this has got to be it, though.
You think so?
Began marketing Jiffy Pop in 1959. So 50s, late 50s is kind of...
59 is Jiffy Pop, 70s is Jiffy Lube, and then
Jif is... I don't know if they took
52.
Jif. Jif might have just been a last name.
Are there any other Jiffy companies that you can think of? Jiffy Pop, Jiffy Lube.
Those are the three that
there's two Jif. If they were connected...
I know. I have a friend named Jeff.
I was
Jeffy.
thinking Jeff.
Yeah.
Like Jeffrey, Jeff. But that's all I got.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So do you think that the company that marketed Jiffy Pop had the rights to Jiffy? Was the scientist's name Jonathan Jiffy? And then they were like, everybody started associating fast with Jiffy because it's very quick popcorn. And then all of a sudden, the Jiffy Lube company was like, hey, we do oil changes real fast.
Did you see it?
No.
Okay.
So there's the Jif.
I see it. Yeah, that's the Jif logo.
And the name was chosen because it was easy to say, spell, and remember. So nothing
about the actual
Jiffy,
product itself.
But that's fast.
It is fast. So they knew, that's someone in marketing at least knew.
Because people say I'll be back in a Jif.
Yeah, they shorten it.
Back in a Jif.
So I wonder if Jif...
But
how many times do they think about peanut butter when they say back in a Jif? Probably not a lot.
Half the time.
Yeah, and then they get hungry, and then they come back later because I had to get some food. I thought you were coming.
Why did it take so long? Because I had to get some Jif.
I had to get some Jif. And the chemist that invented it, his last name was Laporte, so that's not it. That was the dumb.
Okay, look up Jiffy Lube. Who founded Jiffy Lube? Founder and owner. We got to get to the bottom of this in a jiffy. This episode will not take a jiffy.
No, this is
we're
putting some work.
25 to 30 minutes on our episodes. if I'm not correct. If I'm not mistaken.
I mean, and you can't just look up like famous fast
Jiffy.
people's last names because that would probably give it away.
I do like your idea of somebody very fast whose last name was Jiffy or as a nickname.
Yeah, I could picture like John Jiffy running against Eric Little.
Oh,
You know, kind of that era.
yeah.
That's I like. I love that.
I love the 30s. It's pre-World War II.
Yeah.
You got lots
Just
of,
a good-
Great Depression.
Just a
lot
great
of nostalgia. What a great time. What a great time in America.
What a great time to
What
be
a time
alive.
to be alive.
Just setting the stage for the worst global conflict in the history of mankind. It's just a good era.
It's a feel-good movie.
What about this?
Much like Cinderella Man.
1.21 Jiffy watts.
Oh.
Gotta bring Back to the Future in.
Somehow.
We've had some Back to the Future. Last episode, 2 episodes ago, I think the egg face Doc was drinking the.
Was he sucking down eggs?
Yeah, I said that. I mentioned it.
That was
Did
in
you?
the third one? Oh,
And the
right.
third one,
At the
when
bar.
he had too much to drink.
Yeah.
And had to do the wake up.
That was great.
The prairie oyster
Yeah,
or whatever
prairie
it was.
oyster.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got to dial this in. Jiffy. We can't just keep saying Jiffy Lube. We can't.
No,
Or we can't keep
Can't
saying
just
Jiffy
keep saying
pop.
Jiffy,
About
Jiffy,
peanut
Jiffy,
butter.
Jiffy. Can't say it.
What rhymes
How
with Jiffy?
fast can you? What's the fastest you can say
Iffy.
Jiffy? Jiffy.
Is that how fast you'd be back?
Jiffy.
Yeah, I think. But that's why they made it GIF, just to be quicker.
I think a jingle. Back
Jingle.
in a Jiffy.
Jingle is something that's like short, easy to remember,
It
gets
is.
stuck in your head. A jingle.
Yep.
A jiffy.
Fast as a
I'm
Jiffy
noticing
pop.
a
Fast as a Jiffy pop.
Yeah.
Something like that.
a gif is something short and
It's a GIF.
looping.
It's a GIF.
I think it's a gif.
Yeah.
It's kind of the
It's
first
a gift
GIF.
from God.
It's a sound GIF. Is that right?
A jingle is a sound GIF.
Yeah.
GIF.
Is it GIF?
We don't know. No.
I say
don't-
gif.
Ask Siri.
I say
It's a
gif.
sound
Ask
GIF.
her. See what she says.
Because
Ask her how
generated
you-
image
ask-
file or a generative image
Right,
file.
but generative starts with a J.
Dang.
Oh wow.
It's not.
No.
It's not generative.
No. It's not generative. It's a
gold
gold image
brand.
file.
A little before Jiffy Pop, there was an Easy Pop,
Easy.
and they had a little lawsuit going on between because they're pretty much the same.
Easy and Jiffy.
So Jiffy might not be, but it's discontinued. They don't do it anymore.
The Easy Pop lost or
No.
Jiffy lost?
Hey, this
They-
episode might be our shortest one yet.
We might be done with this episode of Jiffy.
In
Yeah.
a Jiffy.
I just can't. It's such a
yeah.
strange. I don't know where to go with
Just rolls
this.
off the
I feel
tongue.
like
Okay.
I'm floundering.
Unlike peanut butter, though.
Floundering.
Yeah.
Jiffy Pop has run television commercials dating back to at least 67. In one commercial, a genie appears and gives 2 children Jiffy Pop to eat. The slogan was repeated several times to highlight the fact that Jiffy Pop is as much fun to make as it is to eat. And that's not really...
I didn't really know that we could do kind of on the spot research. You know what I mean?
I'm just looking up Jiffy things. It has
'Cause then-
nothing to do with
It has nothing to do
We
with
don't know.
a guess that you might get.
I'm
from
not
it.
guessing that.
Okay.
I'm not guessing any of these.
Just saying.
I have no guess because you
No, I don't
came in
either.
with guns blazing.
I
and
actually
you're like,
know.
Jiff.
I actually know what it is.
What?
I was watching
From
an
that?
episode
you silly
of a
dirtball.
science show with the kids.
I didn't know we could do that
and
either.
it came up. But I had this all down before I saw that.
Wait.
So I haven't done one guess that's
okay.
close.
You were going to do
Hang
this episode,
on.
and in between
Yep,
thinking you were going to do Jiffy Pop, you watched a science show with your kids that explained what
That
Jiffy
explained
means.
it. I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Are you kidding
Okay,
me?
It
I
was
guess
crazy.
that's
Okay,
not
well
your
then
fault.
why don't you give a hint to us
Yeah.
two idiots
Yeah.
over here?
It's closer
This was in a science
To the
video.
race.
to 1.21 Jiffy. What?
What?
Oh, it's a measurement.
Oh,
It's
of
some
energy
sort of measurement.
or like
It's some ridiculous.
It's like
Yeah.
a
Some
scientific
big
term
words.
that's like a GIF.
It's kind of like pushing the envelope where they
It's
made it
just
up
off the flipping chart.
just for.
just off the
that.
cuff. They did.
Okay, so a GIF is a measurement of something
joule.
strange, like a
No,
I've heard of that.
That's
joules
a vape.
of energy or watt.
I don't know why I
This
would.
episode is not sponsored by
I wouldn't know
Joule.
that. Yeah.
You work at a high school, you would know that.
Okay.
It's okay to say that kids are ridiculous.
Wait,
Yeah, kids
I was
are
thinking of the
ridiculous.
singer.
Yeah, that too. Kids in high school still love listening to Jules albums.
She was big
on
in
CD.
my high school.
I know.
Is that an actual artist, Jewel?
Oh, yeah.
She was big.
Sing one of hers.
You know it?
That's Lena
Who's the
Morissette.
one like I just want to soak in the sun?
I feel like that's Elena Morissette.
No, her voice is too
that's
weird
Jewel?
for that.
Keep
No,
going.
I don't know if it's Jewel.
Keep going though. I probably need some more.
Tell everyone to lighten up.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that one.
I don't know if that's Jewel at all.
Yeah, I don't either. Shoot. Okay.
Okay.
Well, she was wrong. Sorry, Jewel.
And we only sang
great.
a GIF of it so we don't get sued.
That's right.
All right. So it's a measurement
yeah,
of power.
I don't think
No, it's a measurement of time.
time.
Yep.
Because if you're back in
a
GIF,
nanosecond.
Oh yeah.
It was pre-nanosecond. They didn't have nanos, and so GIF was no.
they only
sometime.
had oppos.
Is that close? Is that close to
Nan
the
and
thing?
oppo. You don't do that?
I don't do that.
No,
Okay.
We don't do that.
Weird. Is that close? A measurement?
I don't remember what it was, but it's nothing.
wow.
It's nothing that I
That's
thought.
a lot like our listeners.
Okay.
We're gonna look it up, right?
Yeah, we got it.
Okay.
Jeez.
Give it to me.
This was brutal.
A short period of time.
Oh,
we all knew
nailed
that. We
Nailed
all
it.
knew
All
that.
right, well, we all won.
Don't go anywhere, Joe.
I'll be back in a jiffy.
Well, some people presume that the jiffy in the expression in a jiffy is a slang term. It is actually a scientific unit of time.
Time.
The first technical usage of the term.
1942.
Oh, we guess. You guys want to guess
Yeah,
kind
it
of
was
when?
42.
Was it 42?
What
Yeah,
are you
it was
guessing?
World War II.
What are you guessing?
I think it was before 42.
All right.
That's embarrassing.
That's pretty. We'll see. The first technical usage of the term was by the American
Physicist.
physical chemist Gilbert Newton Lewis from 1875 to 1946.
Yeah.
So it depends
46.
Oh wait.
He didn't.
That's
come
how
up
long
with-
he lived?
That's how long he lived. I don't know
okay.
when.
It came up.
Well,
Well,
definitely he said it before 40.
no, he was
Too,
in the
'cause-
last
Yeah,
few years
yeah,
of
the
his
last
life.
few
of his
years of
life,
He's like,
is
I'm
that
going to be
when-
dead in a jiffy.
Right,
And you're like,
exactly.
what?
I better say.
And then
yeah.
he's dead.
And
Okay.
one of the young scientists was trying to like teach him some things, and he's like, "Don't try to teach a grandma to suck eggs, young,
Listen here,
young
you.
intern."
Yeah.
He defined a jiffy as the time it takes light to travel 1 centimeter in a vacuum, which is approximately
1 jiffy,
33
nano,
picoseconds.
pico de
Oh,
gallo
yeah.
seconds.
A very small
That's
unit.
small.
Don't. Oh yeah,
Pico
Trav.
just
You
means
don't know
tiny.
that.
Picas.
Oh,
You do?
picas.
Well, Picas are in
Those are the little
Adobe
Star Wars things, aren't they?
Adobe InDesign,
Oh.
graphic design.
Okay, and
you
they're
can,
just-
you can do measurements of inches, pixels, picas.
And de gallos.
Yeah.
A
That's
very
more of a
small unit
savory
of
dish.
time. Since then, a jiffy has been redefined as different measurements depending on the field of study, but in all instances, it is a very small
Measurement.
period.
Of time.
Wow.
Yeah, so he
Yeah.
doesn't.
Okay. Well, what? Okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay. So yeah, it's
But why
Exact-
did he pick Jiffy?
that's all I want to know.
That's what. Like,
You
I'm,
don't-
you
like,
just
what is
made,
the
I'm gonna make up a
measurement?
word. I need something really fast. How
Jiffy.
about snagga? How about sticky?
yeah,
And just whatever.
but Jiffy.
Duba, kinky, cuckoo.
I mean, pushing the envelope.
so,
At least they used a word
Tutu, tata.
that was already. Okay.
I'm gonna mute you right now.
Oh,
He just says Jiffy, like his 3-year-old was just like,
You're on 0.
oh my gosh. I just don't understand.
Yeah. Why?
And why did they
the
say
Jiffy?
that in there? Give me your other book. If it's
Yeah,
in
this-
there might
this-
be more. I want to know why he picked Jiffy. I want to go deep into the life.
this
of
is
Dr.
Jiffy.
Lewis.
Lewis. Oh, well, Newton. He's probably Isaac
First
Yeah.
Newton's
attested in
grandson.
1780, the word's origin is unclear. The one suggestion is that it was thieves' cant for lightning. It was common in a number of Scots-English dialects and in John Jamieson's
John
etymological dictionary of the Scottish
Jingleheimer
language.
Smith.
It is suggested that it is a corruption of glyph, glimpse, or glyphin, glance, like a quick,
Oh.
just a glyph. I just got a glyph of her in the night.
It's like a glance and a whiff.
in the
just got a little
or
whiff.
compare in the blink of an eye.
Right.
In a
the
jiff.
of an eye.
I just jiffed my eyes. You could use it however you want, because we're just apparently you can just make up words.
I would love to be a scientist. You're just sitting there and you're like, I'm gonna measure how fast an air molecule goes through a leaf. What are you gonna call it? And you just get to make up a word. A skirpin.
Yeah, that's insane.
7 skirpins equals a nirkin.
Yeah.
And 9 nirkins
Jiffy.
is a dirkin.
Yeah.
Jiffy.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Jiffy.
Gilbert Newton Lewis was the
Gilbert.
first technical usage.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a deep
I don't see it in this
that.
book.
Oh, in 1926.
Pre-42.
Yep.
Oh, yeah,
A
good.
unit of time
You
called
got
the
to
Jiffy,
pick
which is
7,000
equal to the time it
years.
takes light.
Exactly.
You just guessed that.
I got it. That was before.
Golly.
1/60 or
I'm not
1/50th
totally
of a second.
satisfied with that whole.
I mean, it seems pretty...
Explanation.
But it seems like, some guy invented a unit of measurement to measure light traveling a centimeter, but why he picked Jiffy is actually more intriguing than what it actually did.
I'd
like
watched
to
a video about like a camera that films like super high speed, and it was they were illustrating like the speed of light, right?
And when it travels through like gel, have you ever seen that?
Kind of like that.
Oh, it's so cool.
So then with that camera, it was like a bullet, being shot through an apple.
Yeah.
To watch that whole thing, it would take a year to watch it. Because it was
just
so
the clip they
slow. Yeah.
I do enjoy watching those slow-mo videos.
Yeah, like water balloons getting hit.
There's a cool one of an arrow or something puncturing these huge balloons. Mm-hmm. And I think it's an arrow, and it shows, I don't know, just the way that physics works. It's insane.
But it's crazy because then the next scientist uses his term and then makes up his own.
Oh.
Edward R. Harrison says a jiffy is defined as the time it takes for light to travel 1 Fermi.
See?
Fermi? Well, who else is...
Which is approximately the size of a nucleon.
Right.
And they're just like...
Who else is qualified to make up these names?
They're in a room.
And then one guy's
well.
like, well, I think it takes the time of 1 Fermi to equal 1
Germi.
Like, it's just like...
Germi.
Yep.
Germi. Yeah.
This is that Brian Regan where it's like, all right, guys, here's what the whales are saying. Yeah. And they're like, oh, thanks, John. Like, who's going to argue with him? Just I
figured it out.
Yeah, they're
Is it
lonely.
going to a Jiffy? No, that's definitely going a Fermi. A what?
Right.
I came up with Jiffy's like, I came up with Fermi. And the other guy's like,
Fermi
they're
is
just
this.
laughing.
They're
laughing.
Yeah, well, I think
they're
it's a
probably
nanosecond.
sitting in a shack just doing little experiments.
It's similar
cold.
to this.
We are like a group of scientists, aren't we?
I need to make sure that our listeners
word scientists.
It is May 4th. It is dumping.
This will date it
outside.
This will probably be 3 weeks.
Oh, you won't hear this
Goodness.
if Travis has anything to do with it. You won't hear this.
But
until
I'll post
June
that video right now.
22nd.
The snow.
Yeah.
Well, because of the snow, I feel like we should probably wrap this episode up in a Fermi.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna start using Fermi probably more than I'm gonna use Jiffy.
Yeah, I'll be back in a Fermi
Jiffy
just
more.
to kind of start conversation.
Because a Fermi, I don't think is as fast as a Jiffy. So you're buying yourself a little more time. Like, hey, hon, I'm just going to route to market. I'll be back in a Fermi.
Yeah.
And she's like, and you're like, come back a couple hours later.
Yeah.
And she's like, that took a long time. You're like,
I said a Fermi.
What I said,
a Fermi.
Yeah,
I was
would
pretty
like
firm about that.
I would like a 4 to 5 hour time span name.
Let's come up with one right now.
I'll be back in a dongle. And she's like, what?
Dongle's taken.
Yeah.
You can say dingle. No, dingle's
Dinky.
taken. I'll be back in a dinky.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're like, okay, sweet, love you, honey. And then like 2 days later, you're like, where were you? I called the cops.
Let's come up with a 7-day guys backpacking trip term that we're gonna say, be back in a swang.
And it's like everything's all packed, and you just give a quick kiss on the cheek as you head out the door. All right, love you, babe. And then it's like
a quick peck on the cheek.
Be back in a bingy.
That's
bingle.
good.
How about a bingle?
Bingle.
Well,
bingle.
From one Jiffy to another, I say this was an adventure.
That was a good one.
It was quick. It was thorough.
Painless.
And
Fermi-ish.
A lot of fermentation.
It's about as fermentated as it gets. Well, guys, I don't know
it's
what
been
episode
fun.
this is. It was fun. It was cold.
Yeah.
And
Always
for our
cold.
listeners, if we're just going to keep plugging this for a little bit.
Yeah.
Plugging.
Yeah.
I don't know, plugging along. What does that mean?
We'll do
going
that
with
one.
Probably do that someday.
Send
So stay
us
tuned.
some of your favorites.
Plug something in and it works.
Send us some, and if you want to see us live or not live,
We will have some live
maybe
shows.
sure,
Those are in
we'll
the
do a
works.
live show.
Yeah.
But if you want to see us unlive, dead on YouTube,
I wish there wouldn't.
Yeah.
then you can find us at Hold Your Horses on YouTube, and we're
Pre-recorded is the
Pre-recorded.
Yeah.
already recorded, not
term.
dead. We're gonna be alive
not
for a long time.
unalive. Yeah.
We're alive and kicking.
We're
Exactly.
kicking our horses
And just,
down the trail.
Hop on over to YouTube and a Fermi or a Jiffy, and catch us on all the other
On the flippity flip.
flippity flaps.
Flop, flip. All right.
Bingle.
Flippity bop.
Yep. Good job, guys.
Good.